the interception towards halftime, is that just a bad throw, just throwing it a little bit behind Santana? Is there anything you could have, I guess, done differently in hindsight?
Yeah, I tried to anticipate the angle he was coming out at, and I didn't anticipate it correctly. Santana did a good job breaking in, and I threw him a little bit more up the field, and that's where you talk about chemistry, you talk about reps, you talk about being an experienced quarterback. It's a game of inches, and I'd like to think down the road I'm going to know where he's going to go, and I'm going to anticipate that a little better, and that's probably a touchdown as opposed to an interception if it's thrown more inside. But Santana did nothing wrong there. I just did a poor job of anticipating where he was going to go.
Kirk, what are you guys thinking, what maybe specifically you, what are you thinking at that point when the Cowboys are able to come down the field and you guys got to go out there with just a minute and change left? As you're watching that drive unfold, what's going through your mind?
We were thinking, what's important now? And what was important now was to get the ball back with a little over a minute left and get the completions, move the chains, get the first down, and go from there. We knew we just needed to get in the field goal range. And, throughout the entire game, you're looking at the situation and just saying what's important now.
Both last week and this week, you've had a couple of balls thrown behind receivers. Is that mostly just reps and something you think that, in other words, that's not mechanics, that's not accuracy, it's a sense of where they're going to be?
We'll go back and watch the film and be able to evaluate it. Each individual throw could be different. I consider myself to be an accurate quarterback. I think that's one of my strengths. So if at times throws are inaccurate, it probably has something to do with having a poor mechanic on that play or just having a poor understanding of where the ball needs to be thrown. But certainly some things I can go back and be hard on myself about.
Kirk, were they doing anything to kind of take away some of the play-action boots and that type of thing? It didn't seem like, just watching the game, that you did as much of that.
They were mixing it up. They did at times take it away, but there were other times where we did run it and had some success. And, one where I missed Pierre and we had it open. So, they went back and forth, mixed it up. Sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't.
Pierre Garçon broke the Redskins record for receptions in the season. You've watched most of them. You've thrown him a few of those passes. What sets him apart? And was there any sense when it happened that he'd set a record? Did was anybody on the field aware of it?
No. How many catches did he have? I didn't know.
Yeah, he had 11 on the day. 11? Yeah, now it's 107 on the season.
Okay, yeah, I knew he needed 10. I knew he needed 10. And I talked to him about trying to get 5 just to get to halfway for next week. So glad he got 11, broke the record. He's fearless. He plays very hard. Made some great plays for us today. He's the kind of guy that you want on your side when you're backed into a corner. You want Pierre standing with you, and he's put together a good season individually and did a great job today. He did all he could to give us a chance to win, and we came up short, and we need to find ways to come out with these kind of games with a win.
How would you describe the emotions? Back-to-back very close losses come down to the end for you, just as you start off, as a starter.
This is the NFL. Every game's typically going to come down to the last 2 minutes. You're going to have to battle week in and week out. You're going to have emotional roller coaster throughout the season, and if you don't like it, if it's too tough, you can't hang. So this is to be expected. This is part of the game, and certainly I would have liked to have come out with 2 wins, and we're a couple of plays away from having that. But this is the NFL, and I'd like to think that with a little bit more experience, those are going to be wins in the future.
Kirk, this is the first time here you've started a game and played the game, spent the whole week preparing, and then started the second game. How did that feel for you?
It felt good. It felt good to get reps. I feel prepared for each game. I feel like our coaches put together an outstanding game plan, and it is a grind. That's the NFL season, and we just want to come out with wins. That makes it a lot easier when you're winning.
All right. Thanks, Kirk.
Thank you.
That's it, Charlie.